Hi friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we have to discuss about Java program to implement hybrid inheritance using interfaces. Before going to the implementation, first of all, we have to know about basic things. What is inheritance? Inheritance is the process by which one class acquires the properties of another class. The class which inherits the properties are called as derived class or a subclass or a child class. The class from which the derived class can inherit the properties are called as base class or a superclass or a parent class. There are five types of inheritances are there. First one is single inheritance. Second one is multi-level inheritance. Third one is multiple inheritance. Fourth one is hierarchical inheritance. And fifth one is hybrid inheritance. In the previous videos, we are already discussed about single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. Now we have to discuss about hybrid inheritance using interfaces. First of all, what is hybrid inheritance? Hybrid inheritance is nothing but combining two or more types of inheritances. Now, in this example, we have to combine multiple inheritance and single inheritance to get the hybrid inheritance. For that purpose, we have to know about multiple inheritance and single inheritance. This is the multiple inheritance. In the multiple inheritance, more than one base class is there and only one derived class is there. That derived class can inheriting the properties from base classes called as interface 1 and interface 2. Okay, in the place of base classes, we are using interfaces because to implement the multiple inheritance in Java, we have to use interfaces. So that we have to use interfaces in the place of base classes. Okay, so here interface 1 and interface 2 comes under base class and this class becomes the derived class. This derived class can implementing the more number of interfaces. That is, this derived class implements interface 1 and interface 2. This is the description about multiple inheritance. Now we can go for single inheritance. In the case of single inheritance, only one base class and only one derived class exists. So here class A can be called as base class, class B can be called as derived class. This derived class can inheriting the properties from base class by using extends keyword. Next, in the case of multiple inheritance, this derived class can implementing these interfaces because interface contains only abstract methods. To implement that abstract methods, we require only one class by using the implements keyword. Okay, now we have to combine multiple inheritance and a single inheritance to get the hybrid inheritance. Here in this figure, interface 1, interface 2, class 1. So these three comes under multiple inheritance. Class 1 and class 2 comes under single inheritance. So this is class 1 and this is class 2. Class 1 and class 2 comes under single inheritance because class 2 can inheriting the properties from class 1 by using extends keyword. Only in the case of single inheritance, class 1 is the base class and class 2 is the derived class. Okay. Now, by observing interface 1, interface 2 and class 1, these comes under multiple inheritance. Whatever the abstract methods present in interface 1 and interface 2, to implement that abstract methods, we require one class. Okay, that is class 1. So, in this way, we have to implement hybrid inheritance. Now, we can go to the program. First, we have to create interface interf1. In that interface, we are creating only one abstract method, that is void display. Here, display method can contain only declaration, but it does not contain any implementation of this method. Next one, I am creating another interface interf2. In that interface, we have to create another abstract method, void show method. This method contains only method declaration, but it does not contain any implementation. Whatever the methods that are present within the interface 1 and interface 2, to implement that methods, we have to use implements keyword. To apply the implements keyword, we require one class. So, class base implements interface 1 and interface 2, interf1 comma interf2. Here, one class implements several number of interfaces. Here, class name is base that implements interface 1, that is interf1, interface 2, interf2. Here, both interfaces are separated by the comma. So, whatever the abstract methods that are present in interface 1 and interface 2, we have to provide the implementation in this base class. Okay. So, we have to use keyword called public void display. Public void display. In this method, we have to write system.out.println. This is interface 1. Interface 1. Next, we have to provide the definition for the method that is present in interface 2. Public void show. Public void show. In this method, we have to write system.out.println. This is interface 2. Interface 2. Next. Here we have to write one more method in the base class, that is void display 1. Void display 1. In this method, we have to write system dot out dot println. So this is base class. So in the base class, whatever the abstract methods that are present in the interfaces, for that methods, we have to provide the implementation or a definition in the base class. In addition to that, it can contain one more method, void display one method. Okay, next. Now we have to create another class derived extends base. In this method, in this class, we have to write one more method, void display 2. In that method, we have to write system dot out dot println. This is the derived class. Now we have to close display2 method. We have to close the class. Next, we have to create another class. That class name is hybrid demo. In that class, we have to write the main method, public static void main string arguments. In that method, we have to create the object for the derived class only. So derived obj is the class name and obj is the object name. New derived. So by using this object, we have to call this method obj dot display, obj dot show, obj dot display 1, obj dot display 2. Now we have to close the main method. We have to close the class. So this is the program. To implement this program, we have to use this one. Here, first we have to create interface 1. In that interface 1, I have to declare one abstract method, that is void display. Next, I am creating another interface. In that interface, I am creating one more abstract method. That method name is show method. Okay. To implement the display method in interface 1 and show method in interface 2, we have to create one class. Okay. By using this class, we are implementing the display method in interface 1 and show method in interface 2. Okay, so this is the description about the multiple inheritance. Next, I am creating one more class, that is a class 2. Class 2 can inheriting the properties from class 1 by using the extends keyword. Now we can go to the program. Okay, so this is interface 1. In that one, I am creating one abstract method, that is the display method. Next, this is interface 2. In that interface 2, I am creating one abstract method, that is show method. To implement show method in interface 2 and display method in interface 1, we have to create one class, that is class name is base. Okay, within the class we have to implement this interface 1 and interface 2. Okay, that is the methods that are present within the interface 1, the methods that are present in the interface 2 that are implemented within the class, that class name is base class. Here we have to use the public keyword before the abstract method. Okay, public void display. So we have to print interface 1 in this display method. Next one, public void show. We have to print interface 2 in show method. In addition to these two methods, I am creating one more method, that is the display 1 method. Okay, so display 1 method present only within the base class. Okay, but show method definition is there in base class, display method definition is there in the base class, but show method and display method are declared within the interface 1 and interface 2. Okay, next, now I am creating one more class, that is a derived class. This derived class can inheriting the properties from base class by using extends keyword. In that one, we have to create display 2 method. In that method, I am printing derived class. Okay, so here display method, show method and display 1 method are inherited into the derived class, but they are hidden in the derived class. Okay. Next, how to access these methods present within the derived class? Whatever the methods that are hidden in the derived class, that methods are invoked by creating the object for the derived class. So, in the main class, in the main method, we have to create the object for the derived class. This is the class name, object name is obj, new operator is used for allocating the memory for the object obj, and this is the constructor. By using this object, we have to create first display 2 method that is present in the derived 2 class. Next, display 1 method that is present in the base class, and show method and display methods that are present in the base class. So in this way, we have to implement the hybrid inheritance. Here, base class and derived class belongs to the single inheritance concept. Interface 1, interface 2, base class belongs to the multiple inheritance. We are combining multiple inheritance and a single inheritance to get the hybrid inheritance. Okay. Now we have to save this program with the class name hybrid demo, because main method is present in the hybrid demo class, so that we have to save this program with the hybrid demo. Hybrid demo.java. click on save button. So the program is saved with hybrid demo.java. Now we have to compile this program. Java C hybrid demo.java. The program is successfully compiled. Next, we have to run this program. Java hybrid demo. Now we are getting the outputs: interface 1, interface 2, base class and derived class. So this is the output of the program, and this is the hybrid inheritance program using interfaces. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please click on the like button and click on the bell icon to get the future updates in my YouTube channel, DIVVELA Srinivasa. Thank you for watching this video.